So, Stefon Diggs is set to visit the New England Patriots, which is a pretty good sign if you're a Pats fan, in my opinion. They still need a wide receiver. They missed out on DK Metcalf, Debo Samuel, T. Higgins stayed in Cincinnati, so still have a very big need at that wide receiver position. And I think Stefon Diggs still has a lot of good years left in the NFL. I know he's coming off of a season-ending injury last year, but still, man, I still think he could be maybe not a true 1A wide receiver in this league, but a pretty good 2. But the Patriots have essentially no wide receivers on their roster right now, so he would obviously step in and be the number one guy until further notice. The only kind of negative thing to Stefon Diggs is, of course, his character and just his personality within the locker room and whatnot. Has had its fair share of character issues over the years in Minnesota and more recently with Josh Allen and Buffalo. So if I'm the Patriots, I would definitely sign him to a 1-year deal, something short term. See what the first year's like. If it's good, maybe bring him back for another year or two. But I really think they should execute on this and sign him, because I think for the first round for the Patriots, I really think they'll have an opportunity to draft a great pass rusher or a great O-lineman, and I just really think they should take advantage of that instead of drafting Travis Hunter or some other skill position. But then again, Travis Hunter wouldn't be a bad pickup either, so we'll have to see how it all plays out, man. Patriots fans, talk to me. Do you like Stefon Diggs heading to New England potentially, or are you not interested? Also, another receiver still available is Amari Cooper. I think Stefon Diggs is the better player right now, but if they're not interested in Stefon Diggs, if they can't reach an agreement, I would definitely pick up Amari Cooper. Other Patriots news, apparently Joe Milton has been receiving some interest from other teams around the league. And honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten traded at this point. He looked amazing in the preseason a year ago. Preseason MVP, in my opinion. Actually, I don't even think that's just like a subjective thing. I think that is objective. He went off in the preseason a year ago. And the final game of the year, he also looked really, really good out there. So, I don't know. Like, if I'm the Colts, if I'm the Steelers, if I'm the Giants, how do you not send the Patriots like a 5th or a 6th round pick for Joe Milton right now? Who knows? Maybe they're playing lock and key with Joe Milton. Maybe they're asking for a lot back for him. Maybe a 3rd, maybe a 4th. I'm not sure. But seriously, if I'm a team that needs a quarterback right now, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, just take him. Trade for him. Obviously, I'm not saying, go into the season with Joe Milton and Mason Rudolph. No, of course, add someone else in the mix. But I think if you're any team that needs a quarterback, it's better to have a bunch of prospects than to only have a guy or two. Definitely keep an eye on Joe Milton being on the move for this upcoming draft. Could be a draft day trade. You never know. Also, the Patriots recently signed Garrett Bradbury. He just got cut from the Vikings. The Patriots signed him to a 2-year, $12 million deal. Now, a lot of Patriots fans aren't really amped up about this move, and I can't really blame them. Bradbury has kind of struggled a lot with his career in the Vikings, so I don't really know if he has any inside relationships with anyone on the Patriots right now. He probably could, but I don't know. This move is kind of weird to me. Seems like a pretty hefty contract for a guy that just hasn't had the best production over the years, but I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, man, as far as the Patriots go this past offseason, definitely a new era in New England. For the longest time, the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick era, they were never big spenders in free agency. But, Drake May, Mike Vrabel time, spent a whole lot of money addressing the defense. And you know what, man? I think this could be a surprise playoff team in the 2025 season. I was really impressed with Drake May last year. I already touched on the lack of wide receivers he had and currently has right now. And, you know, despite having no real legit weapons, he still looked pretty efficient for the majority of last season. Now, if they could add a great wide receiver in this year's draft, maybe sign Stefon Diggs, who knows what he could look like in 2025. And plus, that defense is going to be greatly improved. I don't know, man. I could definitely see the Patriots being in second place in the AFC East. Of course, you have to totally expect the Buffalo Bills to be AFC East champs again. But if I really had to make a prediction right now, I think Bills, champs, Patriots, number 2, Jets 3, Dolphins 4. A bit of a hot take there, but I'm sorry, I'm just not big on Tua. But yeah, man, you let me know if you agree with me, and do you think the Patriots can be a playoff team in 2025? I just really think they're not going to be an easy out on a weekly basis. And plus, just take a look at Mike Vrabel's resume. He took some pretty mediocre to poor Tennessee Titan teams to the playoffs throughout his career. And, in 2020, he almost made it to the Super Bowl with that roster, with Ryan Tannehill as his quarterback. So, I'm a big believer in Vrabel. I think it's going to be kind of like a similar experience to what Jim Harbaugh did in his first year with the Chargers. So, if you're a Patriots fan, I know you're fired up. You should be. Shout out to Robert Kraft for pulling the trigger on firing Gerard Mayo, because if they would have kept Gerard Mayo for another year, who knows if they would have made all these moves and whatnot. So yeah, man, let me know what you think about the Pats, Drake May, and who you think they should add as their wide receiver. And do you think they will be a playoff team in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. If you made this far, please subscribe and like the vid. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
If you know what I'm saying. And this running back, one of the best in the NFL.
The 49ers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
It's complete to Devin Smith.
Smith's tackle right at the 42.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver. Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopping for a short gain.
Halfway through the second quarter. Morris off the left side. Johnson's there to make the tackle.
Morris is a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play. It's Navarro Bowman who brings them down.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
The 49ers lined up in the nickel. 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Get ready. Break 38.
The Jets will take the snap from the 25. Incomplete.
The Jets know to win in the NFL, you got to pick up 3rd downs. It doesn't matter how you do it. 3rd and short, they go with the pass. Not executed very well. Now it's 4th down.
The kick is good. And The Jets on a quest for their third straight scoring drive here, Phil. They've been having their way with that defense on these last few possessions.
Well, let me say this, Jim, it's not that easy to score points in the NFL, not the way they're making it look, and they're confident, they look like they're fast, they're fresh, they're rested. It's been fun to watch.
Second down here. Dropping back now into the shotgun. The hit knocks the ball out, incomplete.
Well, this is an easy call right now for the offensive coordinator. He knows the situation of the football game, so you give the quarterback a nice, safe play to run right here.
The 49ers with a nickel look here on defense from the gun. Looking to go down the field here on target. That's reception number 2 for him. The Jets signal for the 10.